want to talk about now is center axis. And what is the center axis, right? Well, the center axis, I don't want you to get confused with center line. Center line is often used in martial arts, and what center line it means is the actual dividing of the body in the front. Okay, so if I look at you and I draw a line all the way from my head down to my tailbone, you're going to see this one line, and everything coming and attacking this line. Okay, this would be what we call center line. What I don't want you to confuse with center axis. Center axis is different. Center axis is if from the top of my head, right in the center of my skull, I drilled a hole down the center of my skull, through my body, inside my body, inside my mass in the center, and out my tailbone. So the center axis is something that's inside your body, right? And this is different than center line, right? So this, because my background is in aviation, it's really when they explain aerodynamics to us and stuff like this and how a plane works and flies, it's done through, let's say my hand is the airplane, it's done through a center axis. So from here, the center axis would be the center of my palm. So right here. And then when I flip the plane down now, everything is done off that axis. So if we have a pitch, it pitches off the axis. If we have a roll, it rolls off the axis. If we have a yaw, it yaws off the axis. Everything is done through that center axis point, right? So now if we look at the body and look at the center axis, okay? If you looked at from the top down, you would see a square mass, okay? So that would be what, looking straight down, this would be my head right here, see? Okay? I'm an artist, I know, right? It's not very good drawing, okay? I can't draw, okay? I can teach, but I can't draw, all right? So from here, this is my head. This would be my shoulders. So if we had another partner here facing me, and then we had little arms here and arms here like this, okay? Then right here, this would be the top section looking down, top section looking down. So from here, the center axis would be right here in the center of the mass. Okay, so everyone with me so far? Now from here, this would be the front of the shoulders, the right and the left shoulders, right? And then this would be back here would be the back of the shoulders, right? And this is the back of the shoulder, right? All right. So now, and these would be the two arms. Now, to get from the front of the shoulder to attack the center mass, I have to actually reach the back of the shoulder. So it has to make like one side of an X, an angle, see? So pressure has to enter this way, okay? And same thing if I go from this side of the shoulder, the shoulder, and reach to the back of this shoulder, again, I'm going to cross through that center mass, okay? Now, if I go and apply pressure straight into one shoulder to the same side on the other shoulder, it's going to completely avoid the center mass. If I go from this side and enter pressure, and here's the center line right here, right? That would be the line in the middle, right? If I aim from pressure on this side and I attack to this point right here, it's going to again keep passing by. It'll come close, but it's going to pass by here. So in order for me to reach this shoulder, to cross his center axis, I need to go from this point and reach the back of his shoulder, like that. And that will make me cross his center axis, okay? If I go from this point and I reach to this shoulder, or to the front of the shoulder, then I'm going to completely miss this center axis again. It's not going to work. So the only way from this, if I attack the center line, I miss the center axis. If I aim pressure from here and enter it straight through, it's just going to keep continuing through, miss the center axis. I come from here, aim for the back of the shoulder, my partner's shoulder. Then I run right through that center axis, right? So a way to demonstrate this is you get a partner. So Jerome is going to be my partner. Okay, now now we're looking at the shoulders. Here's the front of his shoulder. Here's the back of his shoulder, right, on each side. This is the front of my shoulder, back of my shoulder on each side. Our arms are in front of us. He's going to grab my wrist, okay, and he's just going to give me a little bit of physical pressure towards me, just a little bit towards me. Go ahead. Good. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim towards his front of his shoulder. So from here, you see how it's not having much of an effect on him, right? Now I'm going to aim towards the center line. That's the center of his body, right? I'm going to aim here. I'm going to go, and again, it doesn't have much of an effect on him, right? Okay. Now I'm going to aim towards the back of his other shoulder, or I'm sorry, the front of his other shoulder, right? So I'm going to go aim to the front of, in other words, just to the outside of his shoulder, right here, right here. So from here, I'm going to aim towards the outside of his shoulder, and again, I have not much of an effect on him. Now I'm going to aim from my point, my arm, my shoulder, towards the back of Jerome's opposite shoulder. And now when I do that, and I start to attack, he immediately, see this? See, what do you feel, Jerome?
Pressure.
Do you feel like your balance is being hit?
Yeah. I feel like I'm being attacked.
Exactly. So from here, now he's being manipulated because I'm actually passing through his center axis, right? And that's exactly how we explained it here. This is why, thank you, Jerome. This is why we don't want to attack the center line. We want to attack a center axis, right? And the center axis is, once again, it's the line. If you drill from the center of your skull all the way through your center of your mass and out the tailbone.